Welcome to Connect 2013. We have with us Dr. Harish Hande, Managing Director, Selco India. Sir, it's great to have you.
Thank you for inviting me.
We just like to start off with Connect 2013 as a platform to communicate across the industry. So how is your talk, sir? And just brief us about your talk.
See, my talk in CII was basically on sustainability and how should ICT be. And I was basically pushing for a connection between rural and urban India, which I think there's a big divide. That's an ever-growing divide. And how do we actually define sustainability in the first place? There's a different definition in rural area of our country. There's a different. So let's not jump into ICT as if we know it all from the urban sector. And so that's what I pushed in my talk, is there should be more sensitivity and more involvement of rural people when we talk about ICT of sustainability. Yes.
Sir, you started out in the industry as early as 1995. Right. So what were the challenges you faced back then, and how's the climate for new entrepreneurs right now?
I think, see, the pluses and minuses. You know, in 1995, India was just opening up. And opportunities were obviously very difficult in terms of permissions and thought process, which has become much easier. But on the other hand, what I feel today is that the advantage I had in 95, I did not waste much time on internet. So a lot of the youngsters are wasting more time on the internet rather than being on the field. So the plus and minuses, much better right now in terms of permissions and trying to do a business, connections to the industry plus, say, and the youngsters have a much better ways of getting money for their investments, easier ways. I think it's changed a lot. I mean, though a lot of people are cynical, I am much more positive.
So it's great that you talk about Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, sir. So regarding Tier 2 and Tier 3 colleges, what do you think would make the students more employable? Since we are going across all those students right now in this video, we'd like to know, what would you suggest for the students, like an advice, to maintain their confidence and inspiration as such, because as of now, there's a great divide between what they do in the cities and in those students.
But I think they should look at India as a country of opportunity. India is a paradox between an overdeveloped and an underdeveloped country. America and Europe are over. Africa and Latin America are 5 steps behind. The only country they can actually look towards for future solutions is India. I think we Indians need to be positive to solutions, because we have a chance in the next 5 years to be the leaders of different solutions, whether poverty alleviation, sustainable technologies. How do you actually make India sustainably grow in Southeast Asia? I think for the youngsters, this is the country to be in, to show what we can actually do, so the Africans and the Latin Americans can copy us 5 years down the line. And so I tell to a lot of the youngsters is just don't give excuses, jump into the well, and this is the moment where they can show what they can do for this country.
So looking at the side of the employees right now who are coming out fresh out of college, what would you suggest to make them more employable?
Just, I mean, have basics, stick to basics. You don't try to excel, saying that I want to excel in something. Stick to basics. Have patience. What I today see is everybody wants instant gratification, like you have a phone and you want immediate text message. Everything, when you build a business, GE, Siemens, everything took years to build. And have patience and you will succeed. And also, second thing that is missing needs to come back, and they have that inherently, is passion. Passion and common sense will take you a lot for much more than intelligence.
So sir, talking on that note, on a personal level, can you tell us about your inspirations?
Inspiration is the street vendor. You'll never hear, I ask the youngsters, do you ever hear about a street vendor going out of business? She is the most social entrepreneur. Because she does not speak English, we do not recognize her. You will never hear about street vendor going out of business. And that for us, that is an inspiration.
Thank you, sir. It was great talking to you. Thank you for sharing your valuable time and thoughts. This is Prasanna for Aura MyConnect, video partners of CII Connect 2013.